Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to see you. So none of you even knew you were coming here until this morning. That's weird. Huh? What did you? I thought you were going to be just sitting at home with your hand in your underwear, arguing, playing with somebody. So, what kind of a year did you guys have? I bet none of you had the same year that I had. I bet not a single one of you. You ever have a whole bad year? You ever have an entire year that sucks 365 shit cunt days in a row? I mean, fuck. Oh. You ever have a time that's so shitty it starts to get funny? Like you just don't fucking, after a while you're like, fuck. At first you're like, oh, then you're like, Jesus. Like I lost so much fucking money in a day. In one day, I lost, I'm not gonna tell you how much, but it was millions and millions of dollars. Millions and millions. So you know it's at least 4. Because 3 is millions and million. So it was millions and it was 35 million. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I'll tell you I lost $35 million. You don't tell people you have $35 million, but you can tell them you lost $35 million because that shit is hilarious. That's fucking funny. When you lose that kind of money that fast, it really is like at first you're like, oh shit, but after all you're like, what? It's like having diarrhea that keeps going. You know, when diarrhea starts, you're like, oh, yeah, diarrhea. And then after all, you're like, fuck, I'm not even involved with this diarrhea. This diarrhea is none of my business. I had so much money. I bought a gold watch last year, and now I see it, and I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I ever saw. I'm like, you fucking, what kind of a fucking idiot? I should have a golden watch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, pure gold. I should have one. What the fuck are you doing? And you can't sell a gold watch. You can't, because they know you're fucked. You have no leverage. You can't. You're like, no, I'm still rich. I just feel like selling it. Yeah, I'll give you $8. I'll take it. I'll take $8. You know, people tell you that when you get in trouble, you find out who your real friends are. And it turns out it's black people. That's who you can count on. But it's true. It's a true thing. And when you get in trouble, you find out who your real friends are. But people say that like it's a good thing. You find out who your... That's not a good thing. That's a horrible experience. Who the fuck wants to know who your real friends are? I liked having a bunch of fake friends and not knowing who was who. It's a terrible thing. You're like, that's my real oh, fuck. That's my real friend? That's not the one I would have picked at all. I'm with you. Oh, thanks a lot. That's great. Fuck. I have my family. My mom doesn't really get... My mom still sends me, like, articles about me. Like, it's scrapbooking. She's still like, you know, you're in the New York Times. Mom, that's not a good fucking article. Don't send me that. Don't send that to me. It's exciting.
That's fucking great.
I left town for a while. I live in New York. I hate New York. Fucking hate it now. I loved New York for 20 years. Now, I'd rather be in Auschwitz. Honestly. I would. I mean Auschwitz now, not Auschwitz. Not back then. I mean Auschwitz now. It's nice. There's a gift shop and a Starbucks. And people buy tickets to go there. People buy tickets to go to Auschwitz. If you could have gone back then and told those people are going to buy tickets to come here.
Oh, man. That's fucked up.
I went around the country a little bit, traveled, saw the country, small towns. I don't like small towns. I get a little suffocated in a small town. You know, little towns, really little ones, you know? You ever get that feeling when you're in a little town, like, I'm from New York, I don't like it, you know? You know, like little stores, little tiny shops. When you walk in, it's like, cling, cling, cling. And now it's just you and the person. I could get the fuck out of here. I was in a small town in eastern Long Island. There was a drugstore. And I was looking in the window of the drugstore, and they had a wheelchair on display. Is that really an impulse purchase? Wheelchair? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. I wouldn't have to drag myself along the sidewalk like I'm scaling a cliff all the time. I went to France because I thought I should leave the nation. So I went to France. I was hanging out, I have some friends there, and it's hard when you go to a foreign country and you're the only person, like I went to a dinner party and nobody spoke English. I mean, everybody spoke a little English. I spoke no French. And the worst thing is when you're with a bunch of foreign people and they, to be nice, speak in English. For one fucking person in the room. Brilliant people, like some of them, like one of them was a writer, a professor, and they're all speaking in stupid English, even to each other. So it's a whole table of people going, did you do a thing today? I do a thing today too. I was hanging out with this woman, a friend of mine in France, and she was sick. I was staying at her place. She got really ill. She got a fever, so I'm taking care of her. And I got a thermometer, and I hand it to her, and she starts putting it down the back of her pants. And I said, why are you doing that? And she said, I am putting it in my anus. Because she's also retarded. So she's shoving the thermometer up her ass. That's what she's doing. Because that's what the French do. They take their temperature up their asshole. And they put their eggs in the pantry. They don't respect temperature in either direction. I said, why are you putting that in your ass? She said, you do not do this in the United States? I said, no, we don't. We do that only to babies and dogs. Because they can't talk. Every American baby's first words is, get that fucking thing out of my asshole. I said, why do you take your temperature in your ass? She said, it is more accurate by 1 degree. So put it in your mouth and add 1, you fucking savage. Or put it in your pussy. Don't fucking put it in your asshole.